On March 9, 2023, in China, a tragedy unfolded. After hearing that her daughter-in-law, Cha Dongli, had been struggling to take care of the children alone while her son had been away on a business trip for over a year, a concerned mother-in-law decided to visit the couple's home. Out of love, she helped with cooking and cleaning. While tidying up the couple's bedroom, she noticed a large refrigerator in the corner of the room. Curious as to why her daughter-in-law had placed it there, she opened it, and what she discovered was a nightmare. Keeping calm, she immediately called Cha Dongli. Cha Dongli, 30 years old, was a real estate consultant. Originally from Suzhou, she came from a well-off family that benefited from government relocation policies. Though she was introverted and shy, she was well-liked by those around her. At work, Cha Dongli met a man named Pang Hongwei, born in 1991 in Huainan, Anhui, China. He was the second of 3 siblings in a family of modest financial means. She and Pang Hongwei had many things in common and often interacted and chatted online. On February 20th, 2017, they officially began dating. Unlike Pang Hongwei, who frequently flaunted their relationship on social media, Cha Dongli's profile mainly featured her admiration for handsome celebrities and occasionally posts reflecting personal negativity. In 2019, the couple registered their marriage. Upon learning that Cha Dongli was pregnant, Pang Hongwei quit his job to start his own real estate brokerage company. He became the sole shareholder and CEO, while Cha Dongli took on a supervisory role, fully supporting him in his work. On February 2, 2020, their daughter was born. Pang was overjoyed and documented every stage of her growth, even while she was still in the crib. However, Cha Dongli felt differently. She did not have a good relationship with her mother-in-law, even though the latter had traveled from Anhui to Suzhou to help her postpartum. Adding to their problems, in 2020, the real estate market began to decline, leading to financial difficulties. Pang Hongwei's company eventually closed due to poor performance. Despite this, Cha Dongli remained obsessed with handsome male celebrities and spent large sums to donate to them online, something her husband knew nothing about. On September 19, 2021, Pang decided to restart his career and opened a media company. His wife held 51% of the shares, while he kept 49% and continued as CEO. They began producing videos reviewing restaurants and hotels. Toward the end of 2021, Pang returned to his hometown of Huainan to visit his parents and pay respects to his ancestors. No one knew this would be the last time they would see him. Although he remained active on social media, posting photos from events, no one could reach him. Soon after, Pang's family began receiving messages from him asking to borrow money, citing investment failures and rent problems. Because he had always been honest and never lied, his parents did not doubt him. They lent him a total of 200,000 yuan, and his older brother lent an additional 50,000 yuan. However, he continued to ignore calls and messages. When asked about his whereabouts, Cha Dongli claimed he had gone into hiding to escape debt. After not seeing their son for an extended period, Pang's mother began to suspect something was wrong. On February 24, 2022, Pang's mother reported him missing to the police. When they visited the couple's home, Cha Dongli told them he had gone to work elsewhere and that they were still in contact. In June 2022, Cha Dongli suddenly moved into a more luxurious and spacious apartment. When her mother came to visit, she found a note on the door that read, "I've left. Haven't paid the rent." Her mother contacted Pang's family to ask about her daughter's whereabouts. However, they too were unaware. They were shocked that she had moved without informing either her husband's family or her own mother. Eventually, they learned she had relocated to a rental apartment in the Changcheng district. One day, Pang's parents and older brother visited the new apartment to check on her and the child. They found the door broken and blocked by a large box. No one answered, so they went inside. Cha Dongli came down from the second floor, clearly unhappy with their unannounced visit. The family stayed for less than half an hour before leaving. While inside, Pang's older brother noticed a refrigerator tightly wrapped in duct tape, the same one she had brought from her old apartment. Since the move had been recent, he didn't think much of it. During the Mid-Autumn Festival in 2022, Pang's family visited again, thinking of their daughter-in-law taking care of the child alone. They brought food and celebrated together. Pang's brother once again noticed the same refrigerator. This time, he found it odd that the fridge was still plugged in yet tightly sealed with duct tape. However, since he couldn't open it, he didn't pursue the matter further. On the morning of March 8, 2023, Pang's mother received a message from him saying he would return when the weather warmed up the next month. Overjoyed, she visited her daughter-in-law's home to share the news. As her daughter-in-law wasn't home, she stayed behind to do some chores. While tidying the couple's bedroom, she noticed the fridge in the corner. Curious, she opened it to see what was inside. The top layer was filled with pork. As she dug deeper, what she saw next nearly caused her to faint. At the bottom of the fridge was the frozen corpse of her son, missing for 15 months. His body was frozen, arms raised, legs slightly curled as if he had struggled in his final moments. She was in disbelief, unable to comprehend the horror before her. She tried to remain calm and quickly called Cha Dongli to return home. Faced with her mother-in-law's questioning, Cha Dongli knew she couldn't hide the truth any longer. She confessed that her husband had discovered she had been illegally using his credit cards. Afraid he would report her to his parents, she drugged him into unconsciousness, leading to his death by carbon monoxide poisoning. To cover it up, she kept his body in the refrigerator for 15 months. In the end, persuaded by her mother, she chose to turn herself in. To Pang Hongwei's family, although their daughter-in-law had seemed cold and distant, the relationship between her and Pang had appeared normal, at least outwardly, with no major conflicts visible to others. On December 31st, 2023, the Intermediate People's Court of Suzhou held a trial for the case. As of now, Pang's family continues to demand justice, believing that murder must be paid for with punishment. They are also fighting for custody of their only grandchild. The investigation and legal proceedings are still ongoing, with more updates expected.